All right, we're going to give you an update today on the murder from yesterday of Jeanette Duhon. We're still looking for Joe Matthew Constance, 43. We have not located the subject yet. I want to kind of give you an understanding of what we're going through and what we're dealing with in regards to trying to locate him. To recap yesterday, about 7:30 yesterday morning, Joe Matthew Constance, 43, forced his way into a home of his estranged wife, Jeanette Duhon, 49, at 9258 Rustic View Drive in Lake Charles with a shotgun. Once inside the house, he fatally shot her with some type of possible handgun. We're waiting on the coroner right now to give us more information on the exact cause of death. It is possible that more than one weapon was used, one to gain entry and one as a murder weapon. He left a tote bag filled with ammunition in the house after he fled. There were 4 other people in the house that were unharmed. Duhon had filed for divorce approximately 2 weeks ago, 2 months ago, and had filed for a protective order on May 21st in Cameron Parish. Calcasieu Parish Sheriff's Office Patrol Division found Constance's pickup truck abandoned on Fredville Road about 30 minutes after the shooting. What we believe has gone on at this point is a couple scenarios. Either he fled in these woods somewhere and possibly committed suicide, or he had well planned this out and possibly had some type of getaway vehicle, be it a 4-wheeler, a boat, or another vehicle in this particular area. Yesterday, of course, we did an extensive search through the evening last night, and then this morning we resumed again with a more detailed search. And when I say more detailed, we actually started a grid. We have 4 teams of 12 people that are out there right now, just kind of methodically spreading out. You'll see the map that I have displayed on the wall behind you, and it's basically of that area and where we're going to start our search. We've actually padded off, and each team of 12 will take a quadrant of that 3-mile radius and break it down piece by piece, however long it takes us, to either look for a body, evidence, and or the suspect himself. We'll be combing the area, looking at there's several abandoned structures throughout that we located with planes and helicopters yesterday. Those will be searched. Some of them were searched yesterday. Some of them we couldn't quite get to, but we would do a more extensive search as the day goes on today. And also, with that said, we may do some door-to-door when we get to the populated area. So I ask the public to be cooperative with us when we do the door-to-door. We did a 1-mile perimeter yesterday. Today we've extended that out to 3-mile perimeter. Again, as yesterday, we're using 4-wheelers, boats, basically every tool that we have available to us to do it in all areas, and also from the air too. Let me say this as we do in any one of these types of scenarios. And again, I mentioned that there are several scenarios that could have taken place at this time. It's possible that he had a getaway plan and had this planned out all along and has fled on his own. He also could have somebody that has helped him and assisted him in getting out and getting away from law enforcement. And I'm going to caution you, if you help him, if you harbor him, if you do anything to assist him in eluding the arrest, which we have an arrest warrant for his arrest now, then you will be prosecuted and charged with that crime also. So if you know his whereabouts, and we are getting some tips in, if you know the whereabouts of Mr. Constance, I urge you to call your local law enforcement agencies. All of the law enforcement agencies, including the surrounding areas, are looking for him right now. But he also is put into a national database. So really, if he goes anywhere and gets stopped or questioned, they're going to know that we have a warrant out for his arrest. So if you're harboring him or assisting him in any way, giving him money, whatever the case may be, then you're going to be guilty of a crime, of aiding and abetting, and you're going to be charged accordingly. So I urge you to consider that before you try to help him in any way. If you know his whereabouts, contact again your local law enforcement agency, 911. Basically, that's the update that we have at this time. I think that Rock's going to show you some of what we did yesterday, and also the map on the back. You want to go ahead and ask any questions first before we do that?
Were any weapons recovered?
We have not gone through the vehicle yet. We seized the vehicle, but we have not gone through the vehicle yet. So at this time, no. The answer is no, but hopefully we'll find something in that truck. We knew we had the truck and it was secure, so that was not our top priority at that time. We were more looking for him yesterday, so we towed the vehicle here. It's locked up in a bay, and we'll go through it with a fine-tooth comb in the next day or so.
I understand he has a criminal history. Can you elaborate on that?
I do. I don't have that in front of me, but I do know that he has a criminal history and has spent time in the penitentiary before. I can give you that if you'll let us get that together. But yes, he does have a criminal history.
That restraining order that she issued against him, was there an event that prompted that, or just that?
Well, again, I think it was filed in Cameron Parish, so I'm assuming that one would assume that yes, something happened in Cameron Parish where they were living before. So.
Sheriff, you talked about the different scenarios. What role do you think the intense heat, could have played in trying to locate him?
Well, other than the task it put on our people, and they're basically out there on foot, he had the same difficulties that he had to deal with, if that's what you're talking about. The climate, no matter what it is always going to hamper any agency that tries to do this type of search. But that's just part of our job, and it doesn't matter what the climate is. But I mean, he was a pretty big fellow, and he's going to have a tough time if he was on foot. And that's why I said we have several different scenarios that could have happened here. We don't know which one of them is taking place. We have to take the approach that he's still out there, and that's the approach we're taking. And we're going to make sure we exhaust all of our avenues, that he's not in these woods somewhere held up before we give up on that. If you'll turn around, we'll give you a look at that, and then if you have any more questions afterwards. We use the plane to look in the actual field itself, and in regards to the heavily wooded areas, obviously the FLIR system does not go through the trees, so actual manpower was sent to those areas. That's accurate, correct? And they do that search through on the ground just to make sure the heat's not coming up to show where he would be hiding in some grassy area or not. Now again, if he's underneath the trees, it may pick up movement, but you still have to send somebody in there. It's not as easy to fix on it. You can see the plane showing the Bearcat, which is taking a perimeter of the road. The helicopter would get down a little lower where you could see the actual wooded area, and then if they were picking up anything, they would send crews in there to look. As you can see in this area, there's a lot of waterway that goes out to the intercoastal. So I told you a while ago that there's so many scenarios that could have taken place, and I do believe he had this planned out, and I say that based on just some of the things that happened and transpired. For instance, I think he left a bag of ammunition I told you about in the first part of this press release. Made us believe that he anticipated possibly getting in some type of gun battle, or being prepared to get in some type of gun battle in the event that he got surrounded at the actual house. Why he left the bag, we don't know. And we did get official word from the coroner that it does appear that that he used two different types of weapons, and they have confirmed, if I'm not mistaken, Les, that it's a .22 caliber that actually killed her. Now, again, We don't know if that's a .22 pistol or a .22 rifle, but we do know that a .22 round is the round that actually struck her and killed her. Les, the other thing that we wanted to mention was we did recover, we have searched the vehicle now. We did not find any of the weapons. What we did find his wallet, his driver's license, and some personal belongings. Again, which kind of leads us to believe a couple scenarios. Either he went in them woods to take his own life, or he had this so planned out, he had other identification and had a way and a means to get out of there and flee the area. So again, I think we're trying to exhaust the fact that he is still in them woods. Doesn't mean that we're not looking for him in other areas. I told you every law enforcement agency in the surrounding area is looking for him and will continue to look for him. And it's just like any other case like this. We have a warrant. He's eventually going to get caught. It's just a matter of time, and we're going to put in whatever effort it takes to, and whatever resources that we have available to us and we need to try to capture him. So when that will take place, we'll have to see. I appreciate you coming today.
Is he considered armed and dangerous?
He is considered armed and dangerous. We did not recover any weapons. Looking at the bag that was found at the scene with the ammunition, you know, he's on the run. He may not have a lot to lose. I would definitely caution the public to not try to take matters into their own hands or to confront him themselves. Call your local police departments, and they will handle the situation.
Sheriff, is Cameron Parish still assisting?
Absolutely. We're getting assistance from all the local agencies. So I believe we got some manpower from some of the local police departments to come help us with the search this afternoon.
And where did you, I imagine you talked to the witnesses. Were there any type of struggle that went on in the house before this happened?
I think he made the witnesses get out of the house. So, you know, whether a struggle ensued, I think it was shortly after that. I don't think there was much of a struggle, unfortunately.
And are there still going to be ring downs?
Probably not right now, unless we locate him and we feel like the public needs to know, then we would do a ring down, but not at this time. All right. I appreciate y'all. Thank you.